Hello boys and girls, the purpose for this video is for us to go over the practice test for chapter 6. Now this is not normal, I typically wouldn't do it this way, we would do it in class, but seeing the circumstances, this is our only option for now, I guess our best option I should say. So I'm not going to go over every question, but I will address maybe 5 or 6 of the questions, and then I will provide the answer key so that you can see it. If you have not done this practice test yet, please stop the video now and watch the video after you've completed the test. If you watch the video now or beforehand and look at all the answers and then later do the practice test, you're not doing yourself any favors, okay? This is not going to help you for the real test. So make sure that you actually take the practice test on your own and identify the areas that you are weak at, the areas that you need to further improve. And then watch the video to see those areas or to see how you can improve in those areas. Okay, and if you still have questions, send them to me via email, or hopefully we'll be back in class and we can see it then. Okay, so I hope you already completed the test and you're watching this video and you're going to see how to do it correctly or check that you did it correctly. And if you haven't done it yet, please stop the video now, go and do the practice test, and then watch the video. Okay? Okay, so we start the test relatively easy. They want you to express 6 to the power of 4 as the product of the same factor. When they say as a product of the same factor, meaning they want you to write it the extended version, okay, the expanded version. And this is 6 multiplied into itself 4 times. And you see it right there. It's letter C. What is 7 times 7? Now, if you only read the question up to here, you might say, well, 7 times 7 times 7 is 343. But please read the entire question. What is 7 times 7 times 7 is written using an exponent? Well, it's 7 multiplied into itself 3 times. So it would be I. For questions, for the following questions, I believe it's, it looks like it's all, yeah, the rest of them right here. We have to use order of operation. Okay, so make sure that you are following the rules of PEMDAS, where we do parentheses first, exponents, multiplication or division, depending on the order that they come in. They can be interchange, addition, or subtraction. Okay, so here we would not do the addition first. It would not be 18 plus 2 and then times 3. No, we would have to multiply first. 2 times 3, okay, it's 6, plus 18 is 24. Over here, solve for the exponent first and turn this into a standard notation. Turn this number into a standard notation and then multiply and add or subtract. Okay? Over here as well, convert this into a standard notation. Then you can multiply on this side and divide on this side, and at the end add it all together. You're going to have an expression here and a term here, and then add it all together. Okay, and they start to get a little bit more challenging. Now we have parentheses, and you know, you work within the parentheses first, and within this parentheses you have to solve for the exponent first. Then you solve for this parentheses, you add within the parentheses first, then you multiply, and then finally at the end, the term you have here and the term you have here, you subtract. You find the difference. And here's a skill that I really want you to master. Taking words, real life situation, and converting them into an algebraic expression, okay, or a number sentence. We have theater charges $9.50 for adults and $6 for children. So this is the price of one adult and this is the price of one child. Which expression shows the total cost of buying 3 adult tickets, so this times 3, okay, this right here times 3, and 2 adult children, so 2 times 6. Okay, and they want the total, right? The total cost. So we're going to add the 3 adult tickets and the 2 children. So let's see. We have to. Let's see. Okay, here we go. $9.50 times 3. We know that. Those are our 3 adults tickets. And then $6 times 2. Those are our children tickets, right? And then we add it. Okay, I hope that makes sense to you. We first find the price of the adults right there, $9.50. 3 adults, and then $6 for 2 children right here, $6 for 2 children, and then because we're looking for the total, we must add the price of the adults plus the price of the children. Number 8, what is the value of x divided by y minus z? Okay, so what you do here, boys and girls, is simply replace the variables, okay, with the values given. And then use order of operations, so division first and then subtraction. So you have x is 32 divided by 4 minus 2 3/4. Okay? Alright, now we start to get more into algebra. Number 9. Jamie has saved $42. Okay, so we start with the $42 of her allowance money. This is our starting number. To use that allowance money to buy books. If she buys 5 books at D dollars, now we don't know how many dollars we have, right? But we know it's 5 of them, so it's going to be 5 times D, right? 5 times D. She will have $42 minus 5 times D. That's right, this is how much money she started with. Okay, right here is how much money she starts with, $42. And we have to subtract it by the price of all 5 books. We don't know how much the books are, but we know there's 5 of them. So we multiply that together. That's our expression. But now we are asked, how much does she have left if the books cost $3.50 each? Now, boys and girls, here we have to multiply the 5 times $3.50. I know that 5 times 3 is 15, and 5 times a half is 2.5. So and when I add those together, I get 17.5. So 17.5 from 42, we have, let me see here, I'm trying to do it mentally. I believe it's 24.50. Okay, 24.50. All right. You can check your answers by doing it with on paper or doing it on a calculator to see if I was correct. Let's see here. Which is the correct algebraic expression for each phrase? Okay, now we're actually taking the phrase and writing an algebraic expression. Remember, when we write an algebraic expression, we're not necessarily looking for the answer. We just want to write the expression. 15. So let's read it. 15 miles less than Deborah. So Deborah is the amount, and it's 15 less. Okay, it's kind of like you have to read it backwards, because Deborah is the amount, and then it's less 15. So Deborah plus 15, no. Deborah minus 15. Deborah, so 15 miles less than Deborah. This is 15 miles less than Deborah, is it not? We have Deborah and 15 less. This is it right here. Some of you might, because if you read it in this order, you might be tempted to do H. 15 miles less than Deborah. 15 miles less than Deborah. This sounds tempting, but this is not going to give you 15 miles less than Deborah, because if you actually think about it logically, you have 15 minus Deborah. Okay, 15 minus Deborah is not what they're saying. They're saying 15 less than Deborah. So it's 15 less than Deborah. Okay? That could be a little tricky. 11. If you didn't understand, please rewind and listen to it again. You'll probably get it the second time. 1/2 the number of quarters Diane has. 1/2. So half the quarter that Diane has. To get the half of a number, you should multiply it by half. But we're not given that option. But we are given the option to divide it by 2, right? So we have Diane's number divided by 2. That'll give us 1/2 of Diane's quarters. All right. 2.5 times as many pages. So we don't know how many pages, but we know it's 2.5 times more. So we need pages times 2.5. There it is. Pages times 2.5. This is multiplication. Okay, I hope you got those. If you did not understand how to do this, you can also visit the lesson where we learn writing expressions or writing algebraic expressions. Okay, number 13. Sergei caught 4 striped fish. So we have 4 fish. Remember that number, 4 of them. Each one weighed the same number of pounds. So they're not telling us how many number of pounds. So we know it's 4 times pounds. Okay. Then he caught another fish that weighed 8 pounds. Okay. So clearly they don't weigh 8 pounds. These ones don't weigh 8 pounds because this one's different. Which expression represents the total weight of the fish that Sergei caught? Okay. So we have 4 fish times pounds, okay? Whenever we find out how many pounds that is, that'll give us the number of all 4 fish together, plus another 8, right? So there it is. 4 pounds for 4 of those fish, 4 times the number of each of those pounds, plus another 8 pounds. Here's our algebraic expression. I hope that makes sense to you, boys and girls. Which property is illustrated by the statement 13 times 2 equals, 13 times 12 equals 12 times 13. Okay. Do you remember we have a community of class of students, and we can switch over the order of the number of students. You can move from seat to seat, but we still have the same number at the end, right, in our class? I think you remember that example I gave you. So we have a community. So think about commutative. Commutative, but commutative in this term means to move around, to commute. Remember? Commutative, so I can move you around in the classroom to different seats, but at the end of the day, or after I count, after moving you around, I still have the same number of students. So 13 times 12 is the same as 12 times 13. This is showing commutative. Which property is illustrated by the statement 3 times 6 times 4 is the same as 3 times 6 times 4. Notice how we're grouping them, we're associating different ones, okay? This is associative. Okay, let's see here. Which shows how to find 7 times 210 mentally by using the distributive property. Well, personally, if I were doing this mentally, I would do 7 times 21, right? And then I would add the 0 later. Or 7 times, well, actually, you could do it the way they're showing here. 7 times 200 and then 7 times 10. Yeah? 7 times 200, you know, is 1400. Okay? 7 times 200 is 1400. Plus 7 times 10 is 70, so that'll give you 1470. That's a nice, easy way to do it. You break up the 200 and the 10. So 7 times 200 plus 7 times 10. This is distributive property, boys and girls. 6 students. Okay, remember the number 6. 6 students each order a bagel for $1.20. So 6 times $1.20. And a carton of milk for 80 cents. Okay, so they also did. So 6 times 80 cents. Which expressions cannot be used to find the total cost of 6 breakfasts? Well, I just told you that 6 times 120 and again 6 times 80. So that one's right here. You see it? So that one can be used. Or you could add the entire cost for each person first. So 120 plus 80 cents, so $2, right? $2 right there, times 6. That would work as well. And then over here we have D times $2, but it's just, this one's just one step further than this one. They added and then multiplied, see? And it's already added to $2 and multiplied. This one would also give you the answer. But $1.80 times 6, that doesn't give you the answer. Because $1.20 plus 80 cents is $2, not $1.80. It's like they added 120 plus 60 cents, or they just added 1 plus 80. They made a mistake in their addition. So C will not give you the answer. Okay, now we're going to use the distributive property to rewrite each expression. We're not solving, we're just rewriting the expression, writing it again. Here, boys and girls, this has been factored. So we're going to use the distributive property and multiply 3 times x, which gives us 3x. Okay, so you need to write something like this. 3x plus 3 times 12 is 36. And that would be rewriting the expression. This expression here is the same as this expression. You see? So we would do the same with 19, and we have 40 plus 5r. Yes? Find the value of 14 times 3 plus 12 divided by 4. Now remember, if you follow order of operation, 12 divided by 4 is 3. So that's solved. Plus 14 times 3 is 42. Am I right? 42 on this side. And 42 plus 3 equals 45. Evaluate h times j minus h if h is 4. So let's just replace the variables. We have 4 and j is 6. 4 times 6 minus 4. 4 times 6 is 24 minus 4 equals 20. Okay? Let's see here. Okay, determine whether each expressions are equivalent. If so, tell what property is applied. Okay, are these equivalent? What properties are applied? We've already done that. And are these equivalent? What property is being applied? Okay, remember that this one's addition. Simplify each expression. Again, simplify, boys and girls. 3x plus 6x plus 4 plus 5x. Looks like it's 14x. Okay, that's 14x. This one's also 14x. 7 times 2x is 14x. You can multiply different terms. You cannot add or subtract different terms. You can add. All of these are like terms, so you can add those. Here you can use distributive property. 4 times 8x is 32x plus 12y, right? And lastly, 6 friends went to a baseball game. 6 friends. The price of the admission per person was x. 6 times x. That'll give you the total cost of the entrance. 3 friends, there's our 3 friends, bought a hot dog for $3. 3 of the friends bought a hot dog for, okay, so they each bought a hot dog for $3. There it is, so 3 times 3. And there's our expression. 6x plus 3 times 3 equals the total cost.